Okay, damn. Is this following me? This is actually following me. Hello. As you guys can see, something's very different about this clip, right? I am gonna try to... Wait, let me see. Can I readjust this? Okay, I'm gonna try to film this more... To film my vlogs more often on this little device, which is my Pocket 3. And it's a birthday present for myself for this year. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna try. Today is the day before the Cozy Craft Market tomorrow. I'm actually very surprised at the fact that it starts at 1 and we set up at 12, which means that we only have 1 hour to set up, and I don't actually know if that's enough time. I'm going to turn on the fan to see if it actually catches anything, but yeah, let me see. I actually cannot tell if the fan is getting picked up. We'll only know afterwards. But anyway, I am about to head out because early this morning at 10 a.m. I received an email from my shirt manufacturer, and they're like, you can go pick up now because we're finally done. And I'm like, yes. So I asked them if I could pick up like right now or like today in the afternoon. They're like, yes, you can. So I am gonna head out to do just that. The ironic thing is that it's still gonna take me at least an hour to get there, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. I will bring this little thing. I charged it up to 100%. I actually forgot to charge the microphone, so I'm probably not gonna bring the microphone. I also don't expect myself to be speaking in public because I'm a little awkward, but anyway, we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go see how it looks like. We're gonna go see how the shirt looks like, and then I'll be bringing it tomorrow. I have packed most of my things up. I'm only left with the display pieces. And actually yesterday I went out, where is it, to buy these little baskets so that I can hook it to the back and then, you know, have a little bit of space, I guess, at the back. I think the only thing that I'm missing right now is I realize I'm not looking at the camera because I'm so distracted. I've got no idea where to look at. The only thing I'm missing right now is as to where I am gonna put the shirt. I will be wearing one myself, but I will only have one shirt, which I realize is kind of dumb because that means I can't wear it on Sunday, but it's okay. I may be going to add one more layer of the grids, just to see if I can hang the shirt. I don't know. I don't really know how tall the table is, which is exactly why I'm not entirely sure if I should put a third layer, but we will try. But anyway, we're gonna go and get some things done. We're gonna go get the shirts and see how they look. Okay. Okay. That's how it looks like. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I don't have my microphone with this, but I don't actually know if I like this kind of a printing because I asked for direct to fabric. But this feels a little bit like digital heat printing because of just like the material. Like this is very cottony obviously, and then this feels like they just stuck something on it. It's very different from what I was expecting actually. I don't know if this is very obvious, but you can see it, there's a little bit more of a sheen. And I'm actually very afraid that this will wash off terribly. It's different from the Uniqlo one that I got printed, which that one I believe is direct to fabric. Let me go and get the Uniqlo one just to like compare. Because the colors look better, that's for sure. It's a little bit more orangier than I would like, but the colors definitely look better. It's just not what I was expecting. Okay, as you can tell, it's immediately less vibrant, right, in comparison. But this one actually looks like it is printed into the fabric. You can see the fabric kind of come through. The feel of it is not plasticky either. It's very much similar to the cotton feel of this. But obviously, after, I think this is 2 washes, it looks a little bit faded away, but it genuinely isn't. It's just how light it looks in comparison to how intense this one looks. Right? Like you can immediately see the difference in the print. But yeah, you can immediately see, and you can immediately see that there's like a little gloss over this one as opposed to this one. I don't really know how I feel about this, but I do have 20 pieces. Well, I'm keeping 2 to 3 pieces for sample and to give away to people who's gonna help me potentially photo shoot this, but I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this, to be honest. I think the next design that I'll make, it has to be screen printed. I don't know. I don't like the feel of this. It feels kind of weird. But I know that screen printing requires a much higher minimum, and it will cost a lot more if I don't order more in advance, but it is what it is, I guess. It is time to pack the rest of the things. Generally, it is all of these things on the floor, and then the shirts. I'll be bringing all of the shirts, so it is what it is. And let's see if we can do a time lapse. I think we can go. It is 9 p.m. right now. I'm a little bit nervous about how tomorrow will turn out. I think it's mainly because I hope that my apparels are well received, because those are the new things, and I don't know, I'm just really hoping that like people like what I've made and are willing to exchange money with it. But yeah, tomorrow's setup time is at 12 p.m. so I don't have to actually wake up until 9 a.m. just to like have breakfast and all that. So we're gonna do that. I don't know which side of the table I'm taking because I haven't discussed it with my booth partner. Honestly, I feel like this event has been at the back of my mind for a while now, simply because I just don't expect it to be a great event. Like I don't even expect it to be like better than white canvas, you know what I mean? But I will also say that I didn't reprint a lot of things. Like genuinely, I didn't reprint any of my prints. I didn't reprint my sticker sheets, my die cut stickers. A good chunk of them are still at Pluto days, and whatever that's left, I intend to just sell out. Prints wise, I don't really know if I'm going to be bringing back the square prints or like the older designs of the square prints that I have. I do still have postcards. I'm not going to print any more extras of that because I've got like a ton of them. I'm not doing any bigger sizes than an A5, and honestly I'm not really selling a lot of A5, so I'm like, I will probably not reprint my A5s either. My die cut stickers, I didn't reprint a ton. I don't expect them to sell as much because for the white canvas event I actually didn't really sell as many stickers, to be honest. I want to do like a prediction, but I genuinely don't know if it's a good thing to be doing a prediction. But my prediction is that my keychains will sell more. I'm hoping my sleepy blind bag keychain and my emote keychains will sell. I don't expect to sell out my stickers and my sticker sheets. Again, I have like less than 10 for my sticker sheets and less than 15 for my die cut stickers, like for each design. So I'm not expecting them to sell out given what I think the crowd size will be. I hope that I sell more socks and shirts than anything else. Maybe on par with the keychains. But I do hope that people are interested in my socks and my shirts. And that's like my prediction. So my prediction is that my socks and my shirts will sell, and that my keychains also sell, but that my stickers and my prints and my postcards will probably not be like the bulk of what people buy. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna rest my head before I start making more shit and spending more money on merch that I don't know if will sell. So that's fun, right? Okay, bye. It's so tall. This is the crowd at almost 2 p.m. No one. I'm gonna make a revision. This is the slowest event ever. There's only like 3 other people here. It's so slow. To show absolutely no one in this room. It's so hot. Look at our sad little booth. Oh no. So cute. Oh, there we go. Look at this, so good.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh. Yeah, this one is super good. Look at these.
Oh, is this type of noodle one?
Yeah, it's good. Going for dessert. Good enough.
Good enough. What do you mean? Is the Kia one better or is
Cannot be
Really?
dessert. Because why not? Correct?
Wow.
Wow. Look, it's so nice. Okay, we're going back now. Oh, you're on the sign. It is the end of day 1 and I'm showered, I've done my skincare, I've done everything, and it is pretty much my review for today. I think it's very obvious that footfall in the other unit is just not it. As you can tell from some of the footage, the footfall is terrible on my side of the event, and I think it's very expected. I think the good thing is that the person who owns this unit, she's very friendly and very warm, and she's also holding her own booth there, so she is trying her very best to like get footfall in. So I'm pretty sure she's aware of how low the number of people are that's like coming into her unit in comparison to the main unit. So I think eventually around 5 p.m. or something, they actually put up a sign to like tell people that there are more units on the side, which is kind of strange because it's clear that they've had the sign for a while. So I don't really know why it took them so long to put that out. Kind of annoying, but again, I've expected it, and it's very clear that it has not changed at all. Despite, you know, having at least one market before this. I can be very confident to say that we probably didn't even see 100 customers today, and it's Saturday, and I'm expecting the footfall to be at least half of that number, so like 50 people. Like, I don't think I will even see 50 people, which is why I'm gonna bring my iPad tomorrow to just draw and to just like spend time, because I cannot stand how boring that place can be in terms of the footfall. Again, it's just the lack of awareness really of the extra unit, and I think it doesn't help because a lot of them would have already gone to the main unit, and the main unit's huge with a ton of different creators, and for them to see that, oh, you have to step out of the main unit to go to a side unit, and the side unit's pretty small, a lot of them actually don't bother to do that, or a lot of them don't actually notice it. Again, no signage until like 5 p.m. I think even in the main unit, even though the footfall is really high, I'm pretty sure you can see from the footage that I managed to capture, the space is pretty small. The space is the aisles to walk is pretty small, and there are some stalls that are like hidden behind another stall, which is kind of crazy. Like there's one like in the very back corner, or like there are 3 in the very back corner, and then there are other units on the other side that were a little bit inaccessible, and the only entrance is that one door that goes in and out, despite the fact that you have like 4 doors. I'm just saying the flow, there just should be some kind of traffic flow, to be honest, some way of bringing people through, And maybe I'm just suggesting, okay, for the main unit, because there are 4 doors, to open up all 4 of them, but the front 2 that is facing Fortune Center and the temple to be the main entrance, and then the back door to be the main exit, and then to have like a sign right at the main exit that points to the side unit, and open up both doors of the side unit, and then you basically have people notice that there is a side unit, maybe even block off the route so that you kind of like force people to flow through to the side unit and then pass through the side unit to get back to the front where Fortune Center and the temple is. That's just like my hope if they were to do this again, because yeah, like the traffic flow is just terrible in the main unit, and the traffic flow in the side unit is even worse. Like we are talking 1/3. Like I genuinely think it's only 1/3 of the crowd that the main unit saw. And I am a little bit annoyed that we probably paid the same price as the main unit, given the, like, despite the fact that there weren't any actual traffic control to bring people to the side unit until it's a little bit too late. And again, I know that I should have just rejected the booth, given that I knew it was going to be at the side unit, but eventually I accepted it because I knew I could share it with someone else. And if I could not find someone else to share it with, I 100% would not have booked that booth, because I genuinely don't think I would have made booth costs. Okay, I'm done. At least the market starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I genuinely had half a mind to not be there tomorrow and to like pack up tonight, simply because I just don't think it's worth my time to be there. But then again, it's not like I have anywhere else better to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, why not just like bring my iPad and make some art and then just still be there, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for hearing me. Yep, I will go rest. Good night.
The offerings out as well. Price left alone into I think he just gets absolutely
easy for you guys.
Let's look at that.
We got free chicken from our vendor neighbor. Wait, I don't have a clear view, but okay. Shut up, don't at me.
Like dense meat.
Crowd at 2 p.m. Wait, what time is it? 2:30? 2:40. 2:40. Wow, crowd. Look, it's Meow Meow. Oh my god, so cute. There's 2 of them.
So crazy.
Hey, there's a cat on top and then a cat inside. What the heck?
That was our first time going to
Yeah.
the
He's so cute.
no. Not her, not pink.
people. Oh, looks so nice. Eat lah. Let's go home. Wait, are we getting dessert?
Okay.
What dessert you want?
Anything ah?
Yeah, dessert. Can't wait for Yoli.
Yole.
Okay, we're back on the floor again. It is 9:36 p.m. and we are done. I haven't calculated in the numbers for day 2, but it's gonna be very easy because I've only had 3 sales. 3 sales. I was looking at my receipts on the way back, and yeah, that's all of the freaking sales I got. It is honestly terrible. My point still stands that, like, if you end up in the second unit, don't book it. I'm sorry, but the second unit just doesn't see a lot of footfall. I think this time around there was a little bit more awareness of the fact that there's a second unit, because there were people that were like specifically entering the second unit first. I still think it's the same thing of like, I don't believe we are seeing the same numbers from the main unit to the side unit. That's all I can say. And I just don't think it's fair for the side unit to be paying the same price as the main unit when the crowd is not controlled to go to the side unit. Does that make sense? Like, I literally brought my iPad and I was drawing pretty much the entire time. A lot of the booth owners in my unit started backing up at around 6, and I really just didn't care anymore. I just wanted to like get home. I just wanted to eat and I just wanted to get home. So to get into the location and the space itself, it is held at Stamford Arts Centre. The nearest MRT station is Bugis, and it is actually very near to my very first booth, National Design Centre. It will have the same exact issues as National Design Centre in terms of the fact that there's no shelter to get to Stamford Arts Centre from Bugis MRT. You had like maybe a 50% sheltered walkway if you cut through to Bugis Plus, but there is still a stretch where there's absolutely no shelter. And I would say that I'm very lucky that there's no issues. Like, there was barely any rain, it was sweltering hot, it was the perfect weather. Okay, location done, let's talk about the units. So there are 2 units, one owned by Beat Bad Wolf and another one by Hokma. It's very clear that Hokma's unit is at least half the size, maybe slightly smaller than half of Beat Bad Wolf's unit, and it's also very apparent that one unit is more of the main unit and the other one was a side unit. In terms of the layout, I will say that I actually kind of prefer the layout of Hokma's unit simply because it's small. It's essentially like a U shape, and all of the booths had enough space in between all of them. It was honestly very well ventilated. There was like definitely more than enough space. It actually felt very empty, but the walkway was wide enough in comparison to Beat Bad Wolves, where it's very clear that like there were booths that were hidden behind other booths. The walkways were very small, very reminiscent of white canvas, and I actually feel kind of bad for the booths that were like right at the door, because most people just kind of like walk past because you can't stop in front of that. You know what I mean? Like, there was only one door into Beat Bad Wolf's unit, and a lot of people didn't end up stopping in front of the first unit because you would block the flow of traffic. You know what I mean? So yeah, that kind of sucked. And then in terms of the tables, it's actually really weird. For our unit, our tables were super tall. Like I'm talking, you have a normal study table, right? And then you have something that's almost like a bar table, where it's just a lot taller. You are sitting on stools, way too tall, much taller than what I was expecting, and also kind of a reason why I was like, oh, no wonder they didn't send us the full measurements of the tables, because almost every single table was different from unit to unit. In Beat Back Wolf's unit, the tables were very different. So you had tables that were normal tables, normal height tables, and then you also had tables that were really short, almost like coffee tables, and those. And the vendors that had coffee tables, they essentially had sofas for seats. I don't know, man. It's weird, okay? It's weird. And I can understand why it was kind of it wasn't information that they could have given us exactly for that. I actually wish that they would actually do some kind of a traffic flow from one unit to another unit, and maybe more like an intentional traffic flow, knowing that the second unit is not going to see a lot of people. See if you want to do this event, and if they don't actually change anything about the traffic flow, they didn't really ask for our opinions, they didn't do like a feedback form or whatever. I think that if it doesn't change, I don't think it should move there. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead. Okay, I'm jumping ahead. Okay, in terms of footfall and the type of crowd, so I want to say that I saw a max of maybe 150 people across the entire weekend. Yeah. And like, I think 150 is generous. This is again the side unit, and the main unit could easily see 2 times more, maybe 3 times. I would say that there were more younger people there. There were maybe a handful of students, and a very small handful of elderly people that passed by. I will say that the type of audience, I think they're generally there to just chill, hang out. I don't think they were specifically looking for like art to keep at home or to get anything. I think they were just like passing by and they saw an event and they just went in because it's free, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. Just as like a heads up as to what kind of people you might see. I honestly think maybe it's because I'm in the second unit and my opinions could be skewed. Maybe the first unit's better. I don't know. Okay, in terms of vendors, again, I cannot speak for the main unit because I didn't really have a good look at every single booth. But for my unit, we have 5 booths, including myself. I am sharing with Chris Lin. I'll consider us as like illustrators. I believe the other 2 booths were like photographers and illustrators, but they were also doing like a twist on their stuff. And then another friend, she had her own booth, but we happened to end up next to each other. She did crochet and watercolor and like sticker sheets and all that. And then the last booth, which is run by Hokma, they did like a workshop that was very similar to what they normally do on a daily basis. So I personally felt it was a good mix of vendors. I actually don't think they were actively choosing which artist to go into which unit, because let's get into working with the organizers. So basically, in terms of the organizers, Cheryl, who is the owner of Beat Back Wolf, and Sufan, who's the owner of Hokma, they were both very, very nice, honestly. But I personally felt like the event was very last minute. I don't know whether it's like planned last minute or anything, but the call to action for booth applicants, 1 was done 1 month before the event. 2 was done over Instagram stories, over Beat That Wolf's Instagram stories. And the only way you could like find out more is to slide into her DMs and ask her about more information. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And we pretty much conversed over Instagram for a lot of the things until 2 days before the event, when all of the vendors were added into a WhatsApp group. and that WhatsApp group essentially gave us information of like when can we set up and what time can we set up. In terms of social media, they did ask us to kind of like send them product photos and videos, and they compiled all of our photos and videos into a story, and it was posted on Beat Bad Wolf's story to talk about the whole thing. There were also ads running for it that I saw, and I think it's honestly pretty okay considering it's a small and free event. Yeah, I honestly think the social media presence was pretty good. And I'll also say that I was quite happy with the fact that Beat Bad Wolf / Cheryl, she was very transparent about the fact that I would be in the second unit when I was applying or like inquiring about the booth. But I honestly felt like the booth should have been cheaper, considering one, that they weren't controlling traffic to the other unit, and two, they clearly know that the second unit's not that good, because if not, why would you then pre-warn someone that you would be in the second unit? You know what I mean? I don't know. It could just be a conspiracy theory on my end, but I'm just saying that it's a little weird that it's a little weird, but it's also nice that she was transparent about the fact that it was the second unit. But it makes me question, like, why do you feel the need to tell people there's a second unit if you believe that it's gonna be a fair event? And if you didn't think it was a fair event, were people in the second unit paying the same price as the people in the first unit? Food for thought. But anyway. Okay, now comes the fun part, the finances of everything. So the cost of the booth was $120. Again, I was sharing with another artist, so that was $60. The table size was about 1.2 meters, and I actually didn't get a helper, and I also took the public transport for this event, which was great because I saved a lot of money. I am trying a different format where I don't exactly say the numbers, but rather maybe like the number of sales that I've gotten and the items that sold well, just to try it out. In terms of the total number of sales, I got 15 sales. The average sales was around $15. You can kind of already do the math in your head. On Saturday, I saw 12 sales, and then on Sunday, I saw 3. And I will honestly say that of the 15 sales that I've gotten, almost half of them were from like random people that like happened to pass by, and then the other half were vendors and friends. But in terms of like the amount that they spent, people that were passing by spent more than my friends, which I think is still a good sign. Okay, it's still a good sign, but anyway. So this is the pie chart. As you can tell, 46% of them were apparels and 25% of them were keychains. This is in terms of the number of items. It's not in terms of the total sales, but just in terms of the number of items. So my best seller were my black socks. I sold 9 pieces of them, and following that would be my little mini keychains. I sold 6 of them. My purple socks, I sold 5 of them. And yeah, the rest of them were like sticker sheets and other things. And I also sold 1 shirt. I sold 1 shirt to a friend, which is honestly very sweet, and I appreciate it. And then in terms of my expenses, my food was kind of high, because on the second day I was kind of done, right? I was mentally done on Sunday, and I was like, there was a tipo. There was a tipo next door, like literally next door, within the same center. And I was like, you wanna go eat there? To a friend that was there, and like, yeah, we just went there to have dinner. And I essentially spent $60 in total for all of the food and all of the drinks over the weekend. I spent around $8.50 for transport. I spent about $15 at other artist booths. So yeah, I had self-control this time around. After subtracting my booth costs and all of my other expenses, I barely made profit. So that's fun. The pains. Dude, whoever says that they are doing so well at their booths, I I am so jealous and so proud of you at the same time. But like, holy crap, I'm doing so terribly at a lot of these events. And I don't know if it's just like the issue of me choosing the events that I went to, but holy crap, terrible, absolutely terrible. But anyway, to wrap it up, would I do this booth again? I think for me to want to booth there again, two things have to line up. The first one is that I'm in the main booth, which is Beat by Wolves booth. And secondly, that I don't have anything else going on for that period. Like, I don't have any other booths for that period. Then I will consider it. I mean, unless there is something done to improve the flow of traffic from one unit to another unit, I just don't think it is worth it. I do not think it is worth it to booth there. Again, if you have nothing to do, and if you think you can cover booth costs, and if you think you can, and like the best thing is if you can share the booth costs with someone else, then I'm like, yeah, maybe you should give this a shot. But if you aren't very confident, and if you don't actually think you can, then I just think you should just save your money. A lot of things have to line up for me to want to go back to that event. That is all I can say. And especially because there isn't like a covered walkway so to the center itself. So if it rains, if the weather's bad for that month, I don't think you will see as much of a footfall as what I did, which sucks even more because that's already very little. Like, I feel like that footfall is equivalent to my National Design Centre one, but maybe slightly worse. Yeah. So there's that. That is my Cozy Craft Markets review, wrap up. I hope you guys liked it. I will have one more coming up. It's for Cosfest. Cosfest review. It's all I've gone through Cosfest already. Yeah. Keep a lookout, I guess. Keep a lookout for that. I don't know when it will come out, but keep a lookout for that. I hope you guys like this content. Would you booth at Cozy Craft after knowing all of these information? Have you gone to Cozy Craft before? Would you like to go to Cozy Craft now? Oh, and if you are also a Cozy Craft vendor, what was your experience like, genuinely? Because I'm very curious. I'm always very curious about how other people's experiences are. I just want to know how it was for you. Was it as crowded? Were you in the main unit? Were you in the side unit? Did you like it? I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.